What's up, everybody? Romeo Marquez Jr. here. Welcome to Superstar Success University, where we interview superstars from different industries. See, my acronym for superstar is someone utilizing passion every day, realizing significance, transformation, and recognition. And in other words, it's just recognizing people who are using their passion to make a difference. And I'm so excited because I have a superstar right here that I'm about to interview that I want to introduce all of you to. He's my brother from another mother. His name is Mr. Jocko Sims. What's up, Jocko?
What's up, brother? Now, who's the superstar? When did they arrive?
I just got here, you know what I'm saying? And you is here.
Brother, that only you, Romeo, would come up with an acronym. That's the longest acronym. How long did it take you to come up with that, Romeo?
Hey, things just come in spirit, meditation, and prayer. So I just receive it when I get it.
Absolutely. Hey, that's very well said, my brother.
Yeah, so check it out, y'all. Jocko is not only my bro from another mother. He's a superstar actor, director, and producer. He plays Lieutenant Carlton Burke on The Last Ship. You might have also seen him on a recent episode of Showtime's I'm Dying Up Here. Other episodes of like MacGyver, Masters of Sex, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. List goes on and on and on. So let's just get to it. What's up, Jock? I just appreciate you for being on here, man.
I appreciate you having me. Just want to apologize in advance. I am a little under the weather, though. So.
No need to apologize because you make under the weather look good. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, brother.
And before we begin, I gotta say you gotta take off that hat because
nope. Not gonna happen.
We warriors, we champions up in here.
No, listen, I'm gonna always rep. I'm gonna always rep the squad.
Yes.
Is it up there backwards?
Nah, man, no. We're gonna leave it backwards if it is.
No, I can't tell.
So, you know, speaking of like San Antonio and home and just humble beginnings, so how did you, get into acting?
Well, I think initially I wanted to be a dentist, a doctor, something to that effect. And I got to college my first year immediately. I liked college, but when I got there, I was like, I don't know if I want to be in school for the next 12 years. So I said, let me take a theater class. And that's how I started. And I was back at University of Houston. 5 years later, graduated where I met you at UCLA.
What?
Yeah, and go Bruins. And studied theater all that time, put in the time, and things began to take off there.
Yeah. So when did it click? Where you do your thing, you're trying out different things. When did you were gonna become an actor?
It's I felt that was a very spiritual thing for me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, that's what we want to get into. That soul talk.
Absolutely.
So we could get real.
And it's the truth. It's the truth. I remember, at my church that I grew up going to, we believed in prophecy, and there was a prophet that came by, and he said something that at the time was very strange to me and my mom, but we loved it. We received the message, and it was, soon one day we just going to turn on the TV and see you running up and down. And the Prophet Brown, never forget him. I never met him before. It didn't make sense. I didn't think about being an actor at that time. I was 18 in high school. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until a few years later when I started to see that, prophecy fulfilled.
Amazing.
But also, I got another confirmation when I was working at TGI Fridays. And I met a couple that go to First AME Church.
I remember you telling me that.
They're the Jacksons. His name is actually Michael Jackson, which was hilarious. And Cynthia Jackson, they're great people. But I remember walking by, and Mr. Jackson stopped me and said, "Excuse me, just want you to know that my wife says we're going to see you on television." And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I moved here from Texas, and I'm going to UCLA, and I'm studying theater, and that's what I'm trying to go. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just letting you know that my wife said it, and she's never wrong.
Wow.
And I was just like, wow.
And chills.
Yeah, they really believe. I actually stayed in touch with them for a long time, and so then I think the next time I saw them, I actually took an African American religious class,
Wow.
and I wanted to interview them and get this on tape and talk, get that feeling that they got. But it
Yeah.
was just really, really incredible. But those things along the way
Yeah.
are amazing confirmations, that
So
kind of
beautiful.
keep you going, and just to let you know that you're on the right path. So
Amen to
that
that.
was amazing.
That's so beautiful. And that's real. Strongly believe that messages, people come by for a reason in seasons to tell you something for a greater something. Does that make sense? And
Absolutely.
you're a great example of that. And on your path, like who was, a person or two in your personal life or just even on TV that you looked up to?
Um, let's see. On television, I would say, like as far as like the film
Sure.
industry, I'd say that Tim Burton was a big inspiration to
Hmm.
me as a director.
Hmm.
Um, his
Why?
movies made me. Again, I never had the vision of me being an actor,
Right.
but his movies were so incredible to me that I wanted to be a part of them, but not in the sense that I could see the path or
Right.
decided to pursue it at all. But I just love those movies. I love, Edward Scissorhands
Right.
and Beetlejuice and the first two Batman movies with Michael Keaton. And it was stuff like that, and horror movies that just kind of got me
Hmm.
into that sort of thing. And then doing so Wes Craven, I'm sorry, you asked me who I
Yeah.
look up.
Yeah.
So it's really like the directors that created these worlds, these visual aesthetic worlds
Hmm.
that I guess I didn't even understand when I was a kid that I was desiring to be a part of those worlds.
Wow.
So I think one day I'd love to work with Tim Burton actually, or
Yeah.
do a horror movie. So
As
uh,
you will, and as I see it.
absolutely, from your mouth to God's ears, brother.
Amen. I remember we went, I think it was during college, we went to go see Wes Craven when I think the newer Elm Street came out over at the ArcLight. I remember
Wow.
that. And the crazy thing is, I don't like scary movies.
Yeah.
It frightens me, but you love scary movies. And the cool thing is, we did a scary video that when YouTube first started. That was
Yeah.
hilarious. You could type it. What is it? We'll
I
get
think
that
we were the
YouTube.
first two members on YouTube, bro. Like you and I, you and I
Right,
are so
scaring people. Right.
we love. I mean, we like pranks and we like
Oh dear.
videos and stuff like that. So YouTube was like incredible. It's amazing. I was thinking about it today.
Yeah.
Listen. I go on YouTube. Just a little side note. I go on YouTube every
Yeah.
day, and
Uh-huh.
I'm on there. I don't even want to say out loud how long I'm on YouTube, just watching anything you want to see. It's just incredible. And I was like, wow, just like 10 years ago or a little over 10 years ago, this wasn't here. What did we do?
That's when we got into our imaginations. We had those big old
Yeah,
cameras, and the only time we shared those videos was with each other.
yeah, absolutely. I guess. Yeah, and people got tired of that. I had to bring them. Everybody came over, had to watch my stuff. Now I just, upload it in Cinema Link. And
And just
I'm
click.
looking at the counter trying to see if they're watching it. If not, they're gonna get a phone call from me.
You know what I'm saying? You know
No,
what I'm
but
saying?
you're right. We did a scary video, a prank video. I
Oh, that
took
was
some of your
hilarious.
videos of mine and put them together.
Oh,
And if you guys want to see it, go on YouTube, type in
what is it?
Jocko Sims,
Boo.
Romeo, and Boo,
Yeah.
BOO. And you got
Oh,
30,000 views. It had something like that.
dang. What was
That's
that?
about
Was,
it. Listen, you don't. You're not going to see anything too exciting here. I mean, these are pranks are so amazing now.
right. I know.
But it's
It
like,
blows ours out the water. But it was dope for what it was when we first
yeah,
launched it.
it's a funny little thing. I'm just shocked at how many views it has, and it
Yeah.
had those views back then. So I don't know. That was a shout out to 2004.
That's fun. See, that one of the ways we've connected was through pranks and just
Yeah,
having fun in the process. And speaking about the process, the acting process, right? You're acting, you're auditioning, you're getting rejected. You get something, then you get the rejection again. So how do you overcome that rejection?
well, I first, I mean, as did you. We took our craft very serious. And I tried to just hang on to the important messages that our teachers said, and some of them stuck with me. And I'll
Mhm.
never forget that Joe Olivieri, who's still at UCLA, I think, and
Wow.
teaches our Shakespeare class, said that your job is to audition. So,
Wow, that's good.
um, and come to think of it, I don't know if it was him or Tom Worth. I think it was Joe Olivieri, but that's your job, you know. So, and he put it in a way that made me understand that that is a part of the process. You
Hmm.
know, work is not going to always be there, but you get up, waiting for an audition. It's a part of that process because a lot of times you may have a long period of time where you don't have an audition that comes your way. So waiting for that, preparing for it, going and getting that no. Most of the time, it's going to be a no.
Right.
Um, that's the job. So I hung on to that, and that's
Mm,
helped me to just keep it in perspective. You know?
beautiful. What other pieces of advice have you received, whether it be from teachers, pastors, mentors, and the like?
Um, One thing I remember that someone said about high school, they were like, just enjoy every moment and take it all in.
That's what
And
I'm
I
talking about.
really did. I really, really, really did. And one thing that I've tried to make sure that I do on this particular journey is to do the same thing.
Mm,
I got to make sure that I'm enjoying it, you know. And the day that I decide that it's not fun anymore, I may venture off into something else. But
mhm,
I think that's really key because, you know, as actors out here in Hollywood, you can get really caught up in the business side of things. And, you know, kind of getting back to what Joe was saying, you got
mhm.
to enjoy that process too,
Right.
because you can get jaded really quickly.
Right.
But um, if you're, you know, remembering what the task is at hand and staying focused, but having fun while you're doing it. I
Mhm.
think one of the major keys is to get yourself surrounded by like-minded individuals.
That's what I'm
Get,
talking about. Yep. Straight
and,
up.
and get around those people that are in the pursuit of the same thing that you are in pursuit of. So that way you guys can be marching in step. And so someone may
Mhm.
come up with an opportunity to audition and you say, hey, let me get my agent, see if I can get, you know, just being around that, you're going to get the most information about what's going on. So
Mhm. Beautiful. So, what's next? What does Jocko have cooking? Jocko
well,
always be cooking, like literally cooking in the kitchen,
literally, yeah,
cooking on the barbecue grill, or
yes.
cooking in the entertainment industry.
I listen. I don't know what got into me. Suddenly, I became my mom and my dad combined, and I've just been. I'm a master chef. It's
I
the food is.
love it.
So next time you here, you're gonna stop by. I'm gonna cook something for you.
I'll
Problem
be there
is,
Labor Day weekend.
here we go. So
All
the
right.
problem is though,
Uh-huh.
I watched the documentary, What the Health, and it's just messing me up right now, man. Like I don't. Have you seen it?
Yep.
Uh, I don't know what to do with my life anymore.
Sorry, can't cook those ribeyes and
Oh
uh.
man, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to find a way to work that out. But other than that, man, the last ship, we're actually shooting season 5 right now.
Wow, so
We're,
so
we're
far in advance because it's going to
yeah,
be
we're
premiering season 4 right now.
season 4 hasn't even premiered yet, and season 5 comes out next year. So we're gonna have another one in the can, which is great. But season 4 premieres August 20th on TNT. It's every Sunday night, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Excited?
uh, yeah, I'm excited, man. That's another one where you never know. I mean, I got stories all day. I don't even.
I love stories, man. This is all. So just to remind you, this isn't your typical. Let me just do a quick sound bite and then keep it moving. Like if you feel called to share a story, that
Mhm,
story is there to serve somebody that's watching or listening to this right now. So if you feel called to
absolutely.
share it, share it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the last ship, I played Lieutenant Burke on the show. He's some people refer to him as the heart of the ship.
Mm,
It in the show takes place in a time where a virus has ravaged the earth. Billions of people have died, and uh, we had to come up with a vaccine to save the world. So we've been saving the world now for 5 seasons,
mm,
and Eric Dane is at the helm of it. He's the star, and then we have Michael Bay's executive producer. Now, when the audition, I've had so many auditions over the years come through, and I felt like at the time that I either was not ready for that type of role,
Mm.
and then I've had auditions where I just felt like that's too much of a stretch, or that's not me. And really, what it is just the fear in your head of being rejected. You
Right.
know, so you're doubting, you're taking your chance away before you even go in the room.
Right.
I would do that literally. I would call my manager sometimes and just be like, this one not for me. Now, I wasn't going to do that with the last ship with this role, but I remember when I was working on the scene with my friend, actress Arlene Tour, I got really frustrated. And some people see it and think it's a simple scene. I was just yelling at Kevin Michael Martin, who plays Miller on the show, and trying to get him prepared for war. But I don't know. I hadn't had many roles where I yelled. I know how to yell, but to do that in this capacity and to know I'm going to be in an audition, and it was just very weird for me. I struggled with it. And I remember telling Arlene, I was like, I don't even really want to do this. And she said, "Come on, man, you got this. Come on, man." And so I did it, and just trying to, I hadn't played a lieutenant, so I found my way, go to the audition, messed up in the audition,
Really?
apologized for messing up. Casting director was Denise Chamian. I don't know if it was her associate at the time that I was in there with, but they were. She said, "Don't worry about it. Everybody's struggling with this." I said, "Okay." So did it again. They called me back in later for another role. Surprising. I was like, "Oh, all right." And then I'm trying to remember. And that was 5 years ago. Time flew by. So then they called me back for another role. No, okay. So much time went by. 3 weeks, almost a month. I got a call saying that I'm the choice. And I was like, that's interesting. So long story long,
I like that.
ended up getting the part, and it was for 5 episodes, 5 to 7 episodes recurring. So get in there, go on the show. Not only am I playing this lieutenant, but I kill it, and they decided to make me a series regular. So
Wow, that's awesome.
turned into 5 seasons. And here it was, I was my biggest obstacle, when I look back at that process. And so I tried now, what I learned from that obviously is to just embrace every opportunity that comes my way, hit it headstrong, and just believe, you really got to believe. And sometimes it takes things like that, for you to experience that, for it to really, really hit home. But it definitely did for me. So, and I'm thankful to God first and foremost, but thankful to the writers and the producers who all gave me a chance. They made probably 6 people series regulars over the course of the season, but I was the first one they did that with, and so I'm really proud of that experience.
Wow, it's just one of the that you're the perfect example of you just don't know. You just don't know. You trust in the process. You might doubt yourself, but you don't have to worry about something that doesn't even exist. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that. So I want to wrap this up because I feel, just let you guys know, I could have a 10-hour conversation with this boy and he'll give you so much knowledge and value, and you're going to laugh with us and cry with us and laugh some more. And you might do a handstand competition.
I was going to say, when we don't do the handstands, man, come on.
Here we go.
I'm not. No. Listen, I am considerably heavier than I was, and I didn't realize that. I think the last time I tried this was maybe a year ago.
Right.
It was so silly. We had this handstand competition at school, and we would do it anywhere on the campus and try to see who would stand on their hands the longest.
That's one of those YouTube things. Like that could have been like all the things we've done in the past could have been like YouTube.
Absolutely. And what about that picture I found? I sent you a picture of us doing those handstands.
Oh my
Remember
goodness.
That's crazy,
oh my
right?
Gosh, I love
all
it.
Right, anyways.
All right. So to wrap this up, just like how, what's that dude's name from the Actors Studio? Lipton, James
Yeah,
Lipton.
James Lipton.
You know how he has those questions at the very
Sure.
end?
Yeah, actually,
It's,
I
it's
haven't watched it in quite some
a
time.
long time. So he has these rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Okay. And he asks these actors that I'm going to ask you
Okay.
just to prepare you. You know what I'm saying? When you get on there.
All right. Shout out James
Uh,
Lipton.
yeah. Yeah. All right. So what's your favorite word?
Ooh. Um, Money.
Perfect. What's your least favorite word?
Failure.
Okay. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Creatively, what turns me on is a challenge. Spiritually, what turns me on are confirmations
Mm,
from God. Emotionally, what turns me on are is loyalty. People who invest in you.
beautiful. What turns you off?
The opposite. My pet peeve. Disloyal people.
Right. Um, favorite movie? This is my own little twist now.
Misery. That's Kathy Bates. I think she won an Oscar for it. Incredible thriller.
Favorite song?
Mm. 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 Listen, you got me. That's tough.
One of your favorite songs.
Happy by Pharrell.
What sound or noise do you love?
I love the sound of rain. And since I moved here from Texas, I don't hear much of it.
What is the sound or noise you hate?
My neighbor's upstairs walking in the morning.
Why?
I gotta move out of this building. I'm sure. I love it. I love it here. I live in a very nice building. I just switched apartments, and I was going to move. I hope they're watching this too.
Send them the link. You could send them the link. Fast forward to about 28 minutes. No, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
It's on the tip of my tongue to say teaching. That's a can I elaborate, right? I can elaborate. Am I
Yeah,
supposed to
please. Nah, you're good.
It's a big responsibility. You have a big responsibility, Romeo. You know, those of you who are blessed to be called to do the things that you do. That's scary sometimes when I think of it. And
Mhm,
you're the most important people in the world.
mhm.
You know, so it's a lot of. So I was gonna say teach, but I want to be just more responsible for me. And I know that I have a voice as an actor and as an entertainer. That people watch and they be inspired, but that's less direct.
Right.
um, yeah, words are a powerful thing, and the impression you can leave on a young one
Mhm,
can affect the path. And that's what's so beautiful about you. You've always been a person who has put out such an amazing, beautiful, positive spirit and vibe that you just mention your name around anybody that we went to school with, and their face just lights up. When Romeo was like Romeo, everybody does it.
Thanks, man.
It's great. You're doing what you're called to do, my brother.
So with that said, I mean, other than teaching, are you picking
Oh yeah.
teaching?
Uh uh you know what? I've maybe a lawyer to get I mean like a criminal defense attorney.
Interesting, really?
Yeah, so I can get up and give one of those closing speeches and see if I can sway them. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Have a little power like that.
Got you. All right. So I'm totally making up this question. It's a table question that I ask people on the random. If you were, championship fight, right? You're going out there, and you had somebody on the microphone rapping or singing a song. You had that person, and then another sidekick. Who would it be? Just kind of like how Mayweather one time had Lil Wayne and Justin Bieber. Who would it be for you?
Oh, my two sidekicks
Yeah.
to enter the ring, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a good one. Anybody in the world?
Yeah, anybody.
Uh, I'm gonna have my mom.
Awesome.
I mean, out of anybody in the world, I would want her there in my corner. Woo, man, that's a powerful, inspirational person to have in the corner. Literally and figuratively. And I'm okay, since I got all, I got the points, the love points with that one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna walk out there with my mom. No, I should have did it like this. I should have said, okay, I'm gonna edit this.
I edit this live.
I'm gonna walk out there with Kendrick Lamar and my mom.
That's gangster right there. That's
hard. Bro, that'll be the first fighter to walk out with a rapper and his mom.
That would be super gangster.
And what would suck is my mom might take that opportunity to twerk, and that's when I'm gonna be really mad. I'm gonna win that fight. I swear to God.
Don't you ever touch my. Don't touch me.
I'm gonna win that match that night.
Oh, that's good. All right. Last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Job well done.
Job well done. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So I know I said this was the last thing, but this is for real the last thing. So you're in front of an audience and you get to say your last speech and you get to persuade them. In this case, you have this opportunity to do just that by persuading or inspiring them to just, live out their calling. What would you say with your heart, your soul, and your words?
3 things. It's you hear it all the time, but you can't underestimate the amount of time and energy and work that has to go into the thing that you have been called to do. People underestimate it all the time. I work with young artists, music artists, and young actors, coach actors, and I can always tell who's going to be successful and who's going to fall off. And I can tell how quickly they're going to fall off. So you have to work. You have to outwork everybody around you. All right, that's number 1. Number 2 is you have to build your team. And you have to figure out who's there playing for your team and who is not. Who's supporting your vision? Who, when you decide to make that leap and move to Los Angeles, who was there to say, hey, yeah, you can crash on my couch till you find a place? Your mom back at home, your dad back at home, or maybe not your mom and dad. If they're not supportive of the idea for that time being, they're not on your team. You get these individuals who are supporting what you're doing, and you talk to them and you stay in touch with them, and you have to have that outlet to vent and to grow and to hear from people who believe in you and believe in your vision. Surround yourself with those people. If they're not on your team, they're not in step with your vision, don't fool them. And lastly, your biggest hater is that voice you hear in your head that says, you're not good enough. You're too fat. You're too black. You're too short. You're too this. You're too skinny. You can't play in lieutenant. You play lawyers. You play, all the other things. You got to get that voice out of your head It's gonna be there, but you can't nourish it. It's just like a plant. Don't pour no water on that. You know what I mean? Just say, I hear you, and just move out of the way and step through. You got to get out of your own way. It's the only way you're gonna be able to accomplish this stuff. You're your biggest obstacle, and you're your biggest fan at the same time. You got to just see which one of those plants you want to water. Woo!
Hey, man.
You bring it out of me, Romeo.
I got you, bro. That's what I'm here for. Let that soul spirit talk. Got some knowledge and wisdom you thought you couldn't teach. Boy, you got much to teach.
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Jock. So where can people find you just in case they want to reach out to you, follow you, and just, see your journey as you do what you do?
Oh, yeah, you can hit me up on Facebook, Jocko Sims. That's JOCKOSIMS. I have 2 pages. I have the fan page and I have the Everyday Friend page. If you're watching this podcast, I'm your friend. You can like my fan page, but add me as a friend. And if you send me a message, if you need some, help, ideas, inspiration, if I have the time, I can't always get to people, but I'll try to hit you back. Instagram, Jocko Sims, Twitter, Jocko Sims, everywhere Jocko Sims. And every Sunday night, August 20th on TNT, season 4 of The Last Ship. Seasons 1 through 3 are on Hulu right now. And I did a pilot for Amazon, my first copy. I'm proud of that.
Nice.
That pilot's going to be on Amazon in September. It's called Decline.
Nice.
So that's going to be fun. So hopefully that'll get picked up, and I'll definitely keep you posted, man. You'll be one of the first people I hear.
Yay. Well, thanks, Jocko. I appreciate you, and I'm sure I will see you soon, and you're gonna cook me some food, right?
Absolutely. So no dairy, no meat, no cheese.
All right, bro. But yeah, we'll talk. We'll connect soon. Thanks, brother.
Absolutely, man. God bless you, bro.
God bless. Peace.
Peace.